What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, Mick the Mark, the Sports Dr. Spock, Mickey Coleman, here to give y'all a brand new video that I saw from Conrad, Thompson, and Bruce Prichard. And they're going to be speaking on why it was necessary to get the belt off the Ultimate Warrior. So, without any further wait, let's get into the video.
Royal Rumble 91, they always think about Warrior's title reign coming to an end. He's going to drop the title to Sergeant Slaughter here in 12 minutes and 45 seconds. Warrior's out in red, white, and blue, and he's taking on Sergeant Slaughter for the title. Again, we're at the height of the interest in the Iraq War at this point. And here comes lots of interference with Adnan and with Sherry, and certainly with Randy Savage. He absolutely shatters that scepter across Warrior's head. A really stiff shot. Apparently, maybe some hurt feelings on the other side of it. I'm not sure. But we know that we've got a new champion.
Or at
And
least a
Meltzer will
hurt
point out
noggin.
later in this same issue of The Observer, where he's recapping the show, where he says it's the best WWF pay-per-view event ever. Just to clear up a point, if it comes up, Slaughter would have won the title even if a war hadn't broken out. So no matter what, you guys were moving the title off of Warrior. Talk to me about this match and why you felt like this was the right time to take the belt off of Warrior.
Because we needed to get to WrestleMania. It was just that simple. It was always the plan. And it was, it was in some ways a twofold, but look, that was always the plan for Sarge to go into WrestleMania as the champion. And to do it there, kind of segue Randy. And Randy was finishing up his in-ring career at that point. That was why the whole retirement match and all that stuff with Warrior at WrestleMania 7. But yeah, that was always the plan. And the the scepter that shattered, the guy's name, that was Dr. Paint. And when he hit him with the deal, and it was an extra large, whatever, little glass thing on the end of the scepter. And when Randy hit him with it, Randy hit him with the scepter part of it as well.
This is fair use, by the way. I guess he was saying they didn't want the Warrior to go in to it with the belt because they wanted Sergeant Slaughter to lose the belt at that WrestleMania. So it could be, you could really sell that WrestleMania with the war coming off and the bad guy, Sergeant Slaughter, having the championship belt, and the good guy, who I guess would be Hulk Hogan, coming into WrestleMania that year and beating Slaughter for that championship.
And so the sugar glass and all that went, but that stuff will still cut you. And it he also had a little what do they call a little English on the on that thing, and let Warrior know he was there. And it wasn't like they didn't like each other, but I think it was, look, Randy could be snug. He'd say hello.
Any hurt feelings in the back between those guys, do you think?
This is from Bruce Prichard, something to wrestle with Bruce Prichard's channel. I suggest, if you're a wrestling fan, to check it out. He has some pretty good stories, being a WWE and TNA and Mid-South and an executive in wrestling for many years. Also, his brother was a pretty good wrestler and a trainer for the WWE. His brother is Dr. What's Bruce's? Tom Prichard. Dr. Tom Prichard is Bruce Prichard's brother. Good Lord, I go.
I don't think so. They both knew where everything was going, and it was just the right way to get there. No, I don't think there was. They liked, look, they liked each other enough, and they got along. And Randy was happy to do the honors for Warrior at WrestleMania, and was like, okay, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it with him. I don't know. I don't know if he would have wanted to do it with Hulk, and I don't know why that just popped in my head, but I don't know.
You know he didn't like Hulk like that. He didn't really like Hulk like that. Especially going into that time. Now him and Warrior, Warrior spoke fondly about the Macho Man even after that. So they did. I believe Bruce when he said they liked each other enough. It's just, sometimes you get a little stiff. You got to make it look good. And Warrior probably understood that.
But he had no problem doing it with Warrior.
Let me freestyle something. The biggest pay-per-view prior to this, I know, was technically Survivor Series, but let's go back to SummerSlam. SummerSlam 1990 at least was marketed as almost like a double main event, because on the posters you had Earthquake and Hulk Hogan, and we know what Earthquake had done when he put hard times on Hulk Hogan on the Brother Love show. But we would also see the big blue steel cage match for the WWF title with Warrior defending against Rick Rude. And
Which
I
was
know
a
you
hell of a
said, well, we
match.
had to, get the belt off of him. We needed to get ready for WrestleMania. Was there ever a consideration to doing a double main event like that again at WrestleMania 7? And I know you wind up going with the retirement match of Savage and Warrior, and that wound up being one of, if not the best match of Warrior's career. But it does feel like if Vince was really disappointed with the buy rate from 90 relative to 89, do you think it was ever considered, hey, let's just run it back with Savage and Hogan again at WrestleMania 7?
Hopefully not, because didn't nobody really want to see Hogan and Savage again. They would have had to work that whole program again. And by that time, no. We just seen it. That's all right. Move on to something new. You already got other things in place. I think they did the right thing by what they did. Getting the belt off of Warrior. Let Warrior finish with Savage to end Savage's career. And Savage would rather do it with somebody else anyway because he didn't really like doing jobs for Hogan like that all the damn time. Shit,
And then leave this
I already
Slaughter
beat him for a
Warrior thing
title
for
a
the
year
title
before.
as the other co-main event? Or
No,
at that point, did we feel like, hey, we've done all we need to do with Hogan and Savage?
Yes,
no, that was never a consideration. And
yes, they did all they needed to do with
the other
Savage
part of that
for
is I
Hogan.
think we were so far down that road of Hulk and the Iraqi sympathizer.
Hmm.
It was, by God, we're going to do it. And again, in hindsight 2020, not the greatest idea in the world. And it was complicated, and I think that at that point that may have been a line in the sand that did not need to be drawn. I'm going to stand my ground, by God, and this is what we're going to do. And I was like, do we have to do that? Is there? But I don't know that there was another. I don't know that there was anything else in the book that would have been hotter. Hulk and Randy had been done,
Mm-hmm.
and at that point in time, there wasn't, things change. But he never wanted to do a return at WrestleMania in the main. Always
Ran
wanted to
off
have a
for
fresh
what?
match. So doing Hulk and Randy never would have even been on the table.
No, they made the right decision with Hogan and Slaughter for that WrestleMania. At the time, it was the Iraq War. He was the Iraqi sympathizer. You had the good versus bad. That was the biggest thing going on in the world, or as far as in the United States at that time. So I believe they made the right decision right there, especially for the main event Mania. And they got everybody into it. Yeah, everybody pulled it for Hogan, and Hogan pulled it off. It's pretty much that simple. This is your boy, Mick the Mark, the Sports Doctor Spock, Mickey Coleman. Listen, y'all, we have 27 subscribers. I want to start doing live watch along with you, with you guys, but I need just 23 more subscribers. We can do that off of this video. 23 more subscribers, y'all. Thank you for all 27 of you that have decided to to join this channel.